The theory is that it's 66 days on average to form a habit. So we're putting that theory to practice, putting it to the test. Let's go. Rain, hail or shine, that's what I said. 66 days to form a habit, it's been said. Staying accountable to everyone, to you, myself, and to the process. Theory to practice. Day 4, the novelty is right up there. It's pretty strong. So maybe I can talk a little bit about what I'm doing. So in week 1, I've decided to walk around the block just once. My mind tells me that's not far enough, do more. But I'm reminding it, I'm doing this to form a habit. The motivation is pretty high this morning. The alarm went off and I thought, gotta go for my walk. But I've been here before, 7 days in, feeling highly motivated. I get to post videos about it now. That's an extra dynamic. Never done this before, because 66 days is actually just over 9 weeks. When I think about that, it's pretty long. This is the 8th day of the 66 days to form a habit, and the second week. In the second week, I intend to walk around the block twice. But my mind still tells me that's not enough, but that's okay. We're building habits, and from what I hear, 66 days is the average length of time that it takes to build a habit. So being average is all right. Most people are in that are in average land, so why not me too? Walking around the same block every day reminds me of this mindfulness exercise called mindfulness of the hand. So you stare at your hand for 5 minutes and you notice things that maybe you've never noticed before. And the funny thing is, this hand has been attached to you your whole life, and you can still discover new things about it. Which means, if that's the case and the hand is stuck to your body, imagine what you're missing out there in the world. Imagine what you're missing, the levels of detail when you're going about your day, just mindlessly doing the things you're doing, or when you're interacting with people, your loved ones. Imagine how much detail there is that just goes missing. So it's an invitation to become more present, notice more, be more curious. Like I've been, I guess, challenged by you guys to check out the flowers, check out butterflies, check out things. I wanted to start with something witty this morning, but I just couldn't be bothered getting out of bed, to be honest. It was a tough morning. Just woke up, couldn't open my eyes, couldn't get up. I guess some mornings are like that. But no matter how I feel, to get on with the thing, with the challenge. Day 10 of 66. Let's go. As I come to the end of the second lap, I notice that I feel a bit better than I did before, and that kind of annoys me. Maybe I was enjoying being in that mood. Whatever. But if I walk around, seems like the mood's lifted. Most things change given enough time. Guys, I wanted to get on here and tell you that I quit letting myself down. Does anyone else get slightly embarrassed talking to their phone as they're walking around? Of course, the challenge being, can I form a habit to get into exercise every morning, to do some form of movement? In the first week, I started with walking around the block once, and this week I'm walking around the block twice, with the aim to move up to a half-an-hour walk. And then after the third week and into the fourth week, I'll see if I can add some gym. Good morning, welcome to day 15, and as you know, I've been turning left and going around the block twice. I keep looking left, but now I'm gonna go right. We're gonna walk a different direction. Let's do this. Half an hour of walking. It's usually around this point that I rush out of the house, start walking, realize my mouth is dry, and then remember I should have had a glass of water before heading out. I always forget. They say hydration is important. I believe them. The other little habit I'm trying to build is having a drink of water before I leave the house. I almost forgot today. I left, got all the way to the street and thought, I haven't had water. Ran back, had it. Now I feel hydrated. I'm thinking to myself, if this does turn into a habit, I'll be doing this thing every day. And then I got shocked every day for the rest of my life. I had a bit of a revelation this morning. I was sitting there thinking, am I going to do this every day for the rest of my life? And then I remembered, no, I just have to do it for today. And I think that thought helps me just for today. If I'm not doing a life's worth of walking right now, I'm just doing half an hour. And just for today, I'll do half an hour. And when I wake up tomorrow, I'll do it again. But tomorrow will be today, if that makes sense. And just for today, I'll do half an hour again. Usually I'd go for a half-hour walk. I think today I'll extend it a little bit. It's a nice day. I feel like stretching my legs. There was a time I would walk up and down these stairs for fitness. Stop doing that. Maybe it's time to pick it up again. 21 days ago, I set out on a challenge, 66 days to form a habit. So I'm still going. It's day 21. I broke it up into weeks. And so for the first week, I was walking around the block once. Second week, walking around the block twice. Third week, building it up to a half-hour walk. Now in the fourth week, I had decided that I'd visit the gym twice, which means I need to get my gym membership up to scratch and decide on 2 days next week to go. So it's day 24 and I'm here at the gym. I'm sitting in the car because I don't know if I have the courage to video myself in front of everyone at the gym, but it's day 24. I'm gonna head into the gym. You know, I haven't been to the gym in such a long time that since I've been away, it's actually undergone a name change. And lucky I checked. So I'm gonna go now and see if my little buzzer thing still works to get in the door. Also, just quickly, it was tough this morning. I didn't have the best night's sleep, but aside from that, I think the change in the pattern, I was really wanting to just go for a walk around the block. Like I thought that was a much more enjoyable thing to do than come to the gym. But here I am, I've parked, ready to go. It's day 25 and I'm so ridiculously gym sore. I only did 3 exercises at the gym yesterday, 3 different movements, but boy, my body is so sore. I think of this as the consolidation phase. I feel like I've got a bit of a habit going, like I wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is I think about going for the walk or doing some movement. That's already there, but it could easily be disrupted, I think. So this is good. This second block of 22 days is a good consolidation, and then the last block I think will really bring it home. I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like after 66 days of doing one thing like this every day. Let's see. Of course, I was going down all those stairs. Naturally, I'd have to go up. Those stairs were epic. I'm gonna have to take a minute. It's a gym day as promised. It's Saturday. I said I would go to the gym on Thursday and Saturday. So here I am. It's pretty early in the morning, so if it's quiet in there, I'll try and get a couple of photos and videos. I don't want to be that guy. I think I'm alone in here. How cool is that? I'm using the machines today. Not quite sure what I'm doing. Triceps. Half an hour done at the gym. I'm reminding myself that it's turning up, not necessarily pushing myself too hard or too far. At the moment, it's the habit challenge, right? So it's about forming the habit. And so here I am, forming a habit. My morning was scrambled this morning. Daylight savings, a few other things. But that's all right. Have to work with it. Perfectly imperfect. Here to get the job done. Making a habit out of fitness. I'm not going to miss a day. The most notable and interesting thing in this 5th week is that I have a lot of work on today. And typically when I have a lot of things to do, the first thing to go out the window is exercise, my walk. And so here I am. I'm out. I'm walking, getting my half an hour in, even though the weather's gloomy. I've got my umbrella. I guess that's a change. I feel compelled to walk. So 5 weeks in, this is what's happening. It's nice. Day 30 of 66. I say day, it looks like night. It's 4:30 in the morning. I couldn't sleep, so I thought, oh, bugger it, I'll just get up and go for my walk. Someone in the comment section yesterday asked me if the walk helps with my mental clarity when I'm busy and I've got lots of work on. I'll tell you what I think it did. I had a pretty busy day. I had lots to do in the morning. I had 8 clients to see. And at lunchtime, when I would usually just flop about and do nothing, I motivated myself to record a couple of videos for the business. And that would never have happened, I don't think, And so I think what this pattern is just get up and do it. Kind of get up, do the exercise in the morning, and that get up and do it kind of attitude seems to be following into my work. Day 33, halfway. That's exciting. It's a beautiful day. The sky is blue, sensational. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Day 37, and it's a Wednesday, and I decided to come to the gym Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday this week. It's pretty early in the morning. Lights turning off on me. The one thing that stood out was before I started doing this, I used to think I don't have time for this sort of stuff. But it's interesting once you make something a priority, how the time just kind of opens up. Just make time. There is time. You just kind of do it. Day 40 of 66. Half an hour at the gym done. It's an interesting place, the gym, to see progress. I noticed this time as I was doing the weights on the machines, I was able to put the pin one plate lower, which means slightly more weight, being able to handle it. It's kind of nice. Day 43. Today I decided to walk the stairs. Heart's racing. Got the blood flowing today. Down and up 6 times. I think that'll do for today. I've got a few minutes left for the half an hour. We'll call that a cool down period. It's day 44 of 66. If my mathematics serves me correct, that's 2/3 of the way through. I wonder if, people go to the gym and they say, I feel so much better afterwards. I don't want to go before, but then I feel better afterwards. I wonder if that's because of the endorphins, because they've accomplished something, or they're just relieved to be out of there. There's my little cynical take. Day 52. They just keep going. Yesterday was 51 and today's 52. As my friend says, that's how numbers work. Today I'm going for a walk to the gym. I'm combining the things. It's the weekend, so I want to stretch my legs a little bit. And so I'll go to the gym, and I think today I'll try some core exercises, some planks, some other things. It's a bit of a rainy day. Got my umbrella. Nothing will stop me. The 4th gym day of this week. I didn't talk much about that, about the pattern that I was keeping. I don't know if you recall, for those playing at home, at the beginning, it was an aim to get out every morning and do some exercise. I started off walking around the block once. That was the first week. Walking around the block twice was the second week. The third week was half an hour walk, thereabouts. It's a bit hazy now. It was a long time ago. And then I started to introduce gym sessions into the mix. So I think it was going to the gym twice, and then going to the gym 3 times. And now this week, it's going to the gym 4 times. So this is my 4th gym visit this week. So I'm not walking around as much. Well, I do miss walking around. Day 60, the big 60. What a milestone. Today I'm going to do legs. Never skip leg day, I've heard it said. So I'm not going to skip. I'm going to do what I'm told. I'll be in there doing legs and some shoulders. It's the, can you call it the penultimate day? Or is that more like penultimate episode of a TV show? What does penultimate even mean? The one before the last. It's exciting, and I decided today to go for a walk along the path that I started on. Let's see how those flowers are doing. Feels like a while ago, and also feels like 2 minutes ago. Day 66 of 66. Finally got there. I don't know what to make of it. Not sure how to feel. Excited. Proud of myself. Bit empty. Don't know what to do tomorrow. I'll savor it though. I've decided for today I'll mix the 2 things I usually do. One is to go for a walk, and the other is to go to the gym. So I'm going to walk to the gym. So in some ways I knew 66 days would come. I just knew it would come. I thought, well, it's eventually going to come. And on the other hand, I thought, wonder if I'll be consistent. And I got to say, the other point is it being on this, being here and posting every day, and being, I guess, accountable at least to TikTok and my 100 or so followers. Yeah, it helps. It help to be accountable. So let's see what happens on day 67. Maybe I'll start a new habit. Let's see. I'll have a think about it. But before I get too excited about new habits and all that other stuff, I think what I'll do is I'll savor the moment. I'll enjoy it. I have to talk a little later about the reward, because there was a reward in all of this stuff. There was an idea that part of a habit stack or habit building is to make it rewarding in and of itself, but also maybe have a reward at the end. Not to minimize the things that you've done, which is easy for me to do. You already heard me say, I'll just start a new habit. And it's like, well, let's celebrate this one. We're still here, 66 days. And I think what I'll do, you can see I use my AirPods all the time. These ones are years and years old. It's the very first model. I think I'll go get myself a new pair of AirPods. So I'll keep you posted on that as well. I think part of the reason for minimizing or sort of kind of not thinking it's too much of a big deal in some ways is because I've been taking this one day at a time, and each day I wake up and I think, just go do the thing. And so I imagine day 67, 68, 69, 70, all going to be the same. I'm going to get up, do some form of exercise, and then get on with my day. So that is the purpose of the habit. So celebrating the end of it is a strange thing to do in some ways, because it's going to keep going. That's the aim anyway. Thanks for playing along.